to be giving you a haul of everything that I bought so far for my classroom for the upcoming school year, the 25-26 school year. I am a 6th grade teacher. I teach ELA, and I am going into my 3rd year of teaching. So I've already accumulated some stuff, and I spent my first 2 years really focusing on curriculum and figuring out what I'm supposed to be doing as a teacher. Now I feel like I kind of have that all under control, so now I can spend my summers buying some fun stuff for my classroom. Here are all of the bags of things that I have purchased so far. First thing I am going to show you is what I got at Target. So we have this essential oil diffuser. Now this was actually my grandma's. I bought it for my grandma. She decided she didn't want it, and I said I would take it back and bring it in my classroom. I already have one in my classroom and I need another one. I teach 6th graders, so more essential oil diffusers the better. And then I also have eucalyptus essential oil and lavender essential oil. The next thing that I got at Target is some bulletin board classroom decor. It says "Get lost in a good book," and then it has different books that you can write on and then hang up on your bulletin board. I am an ELA teacher, so I teach reading and writing, so bookish things are perfect for my classroom. Up next is this door decoration from Michaels. The last 2 years I have not done a door decoration. I wanted to, but it's one of those things that if it doesn't get done before kids come back, I get too busy and it just gets pushed off to the side and I don't ever do it. So this I plan to do the week when teachers go back before students come in, so that way it gets done. And it says "Be a kind human," and it's supposed to look like one of those friendship bracelets. Then I got myself a new teacher mug for the year. I was just in Nashville, so I got this there. It's hard to tell, but the white is all sparkly, so is the bottom, and it comes with a little cowboy boot tassel. I also got myself a new lanyard. I feel like every year I need a new one because just wear and tear. Every day I'm wearing it, they always end up falling apart by the end of the school year. I don't love the neck strap on this one, but it is pretty thick, which is nice because when I'm walking around the classroom, I'll usually just kind of hold on to my lanyard like this. So it's nice to have a thicker, sturdy strap. I have the Bath & Body Works holder on it so I can have my hand sanitizer. Working with children, you know, they sneeze a lot, their fingers are gross sometimes, so I like having hand sanitizer on me. And it also comes with this little Apple badge reel. You can put your badge or your keys on the end. I like having the badge reel because I have to scan into my building, I have to scan into the workroom or to use the printer, so that is nice. My old one didn't have that, so I always had to reach. This one just has the badge reel. Next up we have Five Below. The only thing I got at Five Below were some pillows. I have a blue one. I mean, it's pretty thin. I'll cut off the tags and whatnot. I have a blue one and this pink one with some flowers on it. In the corner of my room, I have a cozy reading corner with a lamp and 2 saucer chairs. So 1 pillow for each saucer chair. The next thing that I got were these $5 lap trays from the dollar store. They look like this. They have the compartment on the side, another one over here, and the pencil holder. My 6th graders love to work around the room. I already have some lap desks in my classroom, like ones that are the hard surface with the pillow underneath, but I know a lot more students want to be moving around the room, so I bought a few more of these. Don't love the color. Doesn't really go with everything else in my room, but that's all right. Oh, and I did buy 4 of them. Up next are 2 of my bigger bags. We've got 2 huge bags of stuff from Hobby Lobby, and all of the stuff I'm going to show you from Hobby Lobby cost $66. The first thing we have from Hobby Lobby is this no name plaque. I'm going to hang this up in my room, and then when students turn in their papers or their morning work and it has no name on it because I check and I keep track of everything. Those that don't have their name, I will clip it. These are little clips. So I will clip it on, and then they will be able to come and look at what paper is theirs. Now this only has 6. I have approximately 75 students in total. Usually I have more than 6 papers that don't have names on it. So I then bought a pack of dry erase pockets. These are great for when I do small groups. I did buy this cute little hanger that says welcome to class, and right here there is a Velcro, and then it comes with different attachments for the O. And then this is just a clipboard to put any papers on, and then on the inside I have a notepad. Helps when I am in the middle of class and taking in my lesson, and sometimes when I have students that are behavior students or whatever, I can write my notes so then I can address it later, or anything I think of during class. And then we have some more posters. This one is a mindset poster set. So instead of thinking, and then it has some negative thought cards like I did wrong, this will never work, I'm not smart. Then there's the instead try thinking, I'll learn from this and do better next time. I think someone can help me do this. I'll keep learning and trying new things, etc. A 2 set of posters that say make today the day to learn something new, and the future of the world is in this class. So this is the first poster. This is the other poster. And then another 2 set that says ready, set, read, and you make this classroom brighter. Something that is a part of our 6th grade curriculum is parts of speech. The students do learn about this throughout the school year, so I bought this poster. Last year I had just made an anchor chart. I feel like students didn't really refer back to it. I'm hoping that this one is a little more colorful and that they will look at this one more. I did buy another one at the schoolhouse that I will show you in a little bit. I feel like this one is great for explanation. The other parts of speech poster that I have has a sentence example on it. I also got 2 of these composition notebook type looking boxes. And inside I have a little yay, you're here plaque. I have a bunch of these around my room. I really like them. That's how I decorate my room. Some different little bookmarks, some cute ones. My students love having cute bookmarks. Of course, tacky poster putty. I think I bought 2 of those. Yeah, there's 2 in here. Love this stuff to hang up my posters. All of my walls are brick, so it's hard to get things to stick, so it's either this or duct tape. Some pencil paper clips for take numbers. I'll write numbers on these, and then when students need help from me during work time, I'm going to have them take a number. I tried this system last year, didn't really implement it well or explain it very well, so it didn't go well. I plan to really implement it next year. Then I got some Caught Being Awesome little rewards. I don't know if I'll use these. I'm planning to do a ticket system, but if not, I'll have them for next year or the year after. Same with these punch card rewards. I mean, I don't know when I will use these. I don't have an exact plan for them, but I thought they were cute. Nice to have on hand for stuff that just comes up. Then some girls, boys, and hall pass. We use an online hall pass system, so everything goes through their iPads, but I also like having these physical holders for my students to use as well. Then I've got some sticky, like a roll of sticky stuff. I don't know when I'll use this, but you always end up needing to use it at some point, so I bought some. A dry erase board eraser. It's magnetic, so I can put it up on my whiteboard. And then a few more plaques to decorate with. These are super cute. They also have the friendship bracelet look. This one says you got this, and this one says it's gonna be okay. Now, finally, I have all of the things that I bought at the schoolhouse. Now, all of this totaled $222 with my teacher discount. Some of it I might be returning once I get into my classroom and I start setting things up. I have a feeling there's going to be a few posters or whatnot that I'm going to return. But as of right now, this is what I have. Again, I do expect that some of this will be going back, just not sure what. So to start off, I have a calendar set. I did not have one last school year, but my first year I did, and I really liked it. I felt like it was a great visual for my students and for myself. So I bought this calendar set. Now, since I teach 6th grade, some of it I will not be using, like the days of the week or the weather, although sometimes I feel like maybe that would be helpful. I won't be using it for my 6th grade students. Of course, I got the free desk calendar from the schoolhouse. That was the whole reason I went to the schoolhouse, and then left with $222 worth of stuff. Then this is the other parts of speech poster. Again, with some more depth, like explaining what a noun, an adjective, a verb, etc. is, but they also have word examples on it, so I really like that. And then it has the sentence, so this one will go up next to the other one. Then I bought a classroom rules list. Most of these align with the things that I expect in my room, so we'll go over it together. And pretty much this is what I expect in my classroom. There might be a few other things, but I go over those with my students. And then I bought one of these. Something that we do in 6th grade is a lot of essay writing. I kind of teach the foundations of essay structure that they will use when they go to middle school and high school and so on. So having some of it sort of visual for how I want the essays to look is really nice. So I got the dry erase notebook paper to have an example for this year. Then I bought 3 What Stuck With You posters with 30 spaces each. Now, this is one of those things, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I teach 3 sections of ELA with 25 to 28-ish students each, depending on the class. Total 75 approximately students in a year. I don't know if I'm going to either just give every student a number, so then I'd only need 2 posters, or if I'll have each class have their own What Stuck With You poster, or just keep one and then take the post-it notes off after each class. I don't know what I'm going to do yet for that, so I bought 3. Those might be getting returned depending on what my plan is for that. Then I bought a poster for the writing process. So I teach reading and writing. This is helpful for our writing unit. So pre-writing, drafting, revising, editing, publishing. All the stuff that I teach them in the writing units. And then a poster with other ways to say. So we want our students to be expanding their vocabulary, but I bought this poster for some synonyms of common words that I feel students use a lot. And I also got a Things Good Readers Do. So again, I teach reading and writing. We also have a reading unit. So things that they need to be doing while they're reading: previewing, questioning, predicting, inferring, connecting, summarizing, and evaluating with explanations. Again, we'll go over those and what I'm expecting and refer it back to the poster during the unit. So there's a little bit more to it than just sticking it up on the wall and letting it sit there, which I learned after my first 2 years of teaching, that you can't just put a poster up on the wall and expect the students to read it. You need to show it to them, explain it to them, refer back to it a lot, because they're not going to look otherwise. Next are my clipboards. I bought 5 of these clipboards. Again, students like to go around the room and do their work, or they like to go out in the hallway, so I bought some more clipboards. I did buy some last school year, and I don't know where they went. I can't recall where they are. I don't remember seeing them at the end of the school year. Just bought 5 new ones. It is what it is. And then we have these little cupcakes for birthdays. Again, I have up to 75 students in a school year, so we have a lot of birthdays. I might put this on the inside of my door for like indoor decorating. I have the one for the outside. This one I might put on the inside. I'm not quite sure yet. Otherwise, it'll go somewhere up on the wall. But everyone will have their name written for their birthday month. I bought some printer paper. I don't often print stuff that I'm sending home, but if I do, cute little paper. I just bought one. I don't know if I'm going to use it. If I get to my classroom with all this stuff and I decide I don't want it, I'm just going to return it. I did buy a record book. I like having physical record of things or marking off when a student turns something in. I have it physically down. This one, my problem with this one is that it only goes 1 through 36, and I have, again, up to 75 kids. So I will just have to take up 2 pages and then change the numbers, but not a big deal. I debated on getting 2 of these and then having like 1 through 36 and then 37 through 75 on the other one. Or I would need another one. I just stuck with one. Then I have my roll of tickets. Another new thing that I'm doing this year is giving students tickets when I see them following expectations or doing well, whatever the case may be. And then at the end of the week, I will do a drawing with the tickets that I have. So they're like the 2. I will do a drawing and those kids will get to pick a prize. I'll do maybe like 3 or 4 students throughout on Fridays. This is something new, so I haven't done it yet. It will be the student's responsibility to hold on to their ticket. So if they lose it, then they lose out on their chance for the prize on Friday. That might sound kind of harsh, but they are 6th graders. They are going into middle school. At my school, it is a 5th and 6th grade. It's an intermediate. So we're not quite elementary, we're not quite middle, but I am preparing them to go to middle school where they will need a lot more responsibility. So I feel like expecting them to hold on to their ticket is kind of a small ask. I then also bought these cutout designs too. They're books. Not sure yet if I want to do this on my door and then the cupcakes somewhere else, but then have everyone's names on a book. Now I have 75, so that's not going to fit on one door, on the back of my door, so I'll put like a couple names on each. Not sure yet what I'm going to do. If I decide to put the cupcakes on the door, I'm just going to return this. I don't know yet. Then I bought some resource books. This was probably the most expensive part of my purchase. Different things that I will use. Now this is an in-depth guide for any novel. So it goes over things like plot structure, author's craft, characterization, point of view, theme, setting, genre, etc. All different resources that I can use throughout our writing units. It aligns pretty well with our writing units. So as the school year goes on, I'm going to use that. Same with this writing resource handbook. All of these books are aligned with the Wisconsin State Standards, which is where I teach, and I got these at a schoolhouse in Wisconsin. Then I have the daily warm-ups for reading, and a daily 6 trait writing, so one for each day. I like to alternate, so if it is a writing unit, then I'm going to do the reading warm-up. If it is a reading unit, we are going to do writing warm-ups. And I like to do warm-ups at the beginning of every single class to kind of get the students focused in and ready to learn for ELA. Last year, I started the year strong with my warm-ups, and then about December, it kind of fell through, and then it was kind of a hot mess the whole second half of the school year. So I plan to really stick to this year. I like having that quiet at the beginning of class time to get the students ready to learn. And then finally, just a couple of cute things. I bought these postcards so I can send notes home. I've never done that. I do know of some teachers that do, and I kind of like the idea. So if I find the time this year, if I don't, not a big deal. And then of course, I had to get stickers. I got some regular ones, I got some smelly ones, and then I also got a packet of the smelly stickers. There's 484 in here. You'd be surprised how motivated kids are when they get a smelly sticker. It's kind of crazy, actually. So, you know what? To get them to focus and be interested in what they're doing, I'm fine with paying a little extra for the smelly stickers if that's what's going to motivate my students. There was a lot that I spent. Teachers spend a lot on their classrooms. Some of it will probably go back, a little bit of it that I just showed, depending on what I'm feeling for my classroom, or I might not return it and I might put it in my storage closet for another school year. I don't really know yet, but I do know that I bought a lot of stuff. Yeah, there's a lot here. Make sure to follow for more teacher content. I am just kind of starting out, so I'm not really sure how much teacher versus lifestyle I'm going to post, but definitely some teacher stuff as I'm going along in my journey as a teacher. And yeah, thanks for watching.